Hello, beautiful people. Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it is reaction time, solo reaction time, and that's because at the time of recording, this is like it's almost midnight, and I've just got in from work, and so Brendan's, going to be asleep. He's an early riser. I bloody ain't, especially in the shifts that I'm on right now. So I wanted to do this. Wanted to get this done. I'm not going to bother him, obviously. So it's like, okay, let me sit down and listen to, because there's no video into it, it's just the audio. Listen to The Night Does Not End, the new single from Brrraains, a band I hope you are super familiar with. I certainly am, and on GBHBL talked about them a lot. Seen them live a few times, pretty much listened to everything since the debut album. Still love the story. It's just one of those great stories of how I came across Brrraains, which is I went to see a band called Creature play at the New Cross Inn. I can't even remember what year it is. I'm going to actually check now and see what year it was. It was a few years ago, maybe 2022 or maybe 2023. Let me have a look. It was at the New Cross Inn live show. Bear with me. Yeah, 2023, March 2023. So yeah, almost 2 years ago, over 2 years ago now. Creature with Brrraains, Who Cares, and Closed Hands at the New Cross Inn. And I didn't know who Brrraains were. And they came to the stage, and this is where I describe. I want to read you what I wrote. And then there is Brrraains, a death metal hardcore crossover band. Bit more blackened that I didn't really get there, but there you go. That threatens to steal the show. Yes, this might be Creature's night, but Brrraains is on fine form and deliver a set that is incredibly polished and an impressive showing of a head-banging, body crunching soul-running metal. The band who's made a name for themselves in a short amount of time has seen them live. It's clear why Church Road Records were quick to pick them up for the release of the debut EP, A Vision of the End, which I would go on to. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't review that. No, I reviewed. I think the first thing I reviewed was the album. But since then, it's been a rocking and rolling ride. I've seen them loads. I've seen them in intimate shows, and I've seen them playing the likes of Bloodstock. I'm a big fan. Their blackened, death, hardcore crossover sound just does it for me. There's a lot of passion in that band. You've got a great vocalist and got a great instrumental section. They all work really, really well together, and they're producing great music. We've already had City 17, and this is The Night Does Not End. Now, what's particularly fun is obviously this is in the Singer Slam. It's going to be. But it's Tuesday night, and the single slam isn't until Friday. So I haven't actually listened to the song. It's not actually out as of the time recording. It's about to come out. So I'm kind of getting ahead of the game here. But, my contacts. Well, my pals at Church Road Records have been kind enough to send this to me early, mainly because I'll be covering in news and in the single slam on Friday. But with single slam songs, I often don't listen to them until I'm ready to write about them. And I won't be writing this stuff until, well, tomorrow actually, and partially Thursday. So I thought, let me do a reaction video to it, a video review. And here I am. That's about it, really. Let's do this. The Night Does Not End. I know it's gonna be great, but let's find out. Great. What a little bit of lovely flair at the end there, right? Didn't expect that, but what I did expect was something quite heavy, something quite intense, and something that just fucking pulverizes. And that is exactly what we got there. That's fucking fantastic, isn't it? Um, I love all types of what Burner can do. I like all the different tempos. I love the different speeds, the different levels of energy, the different styles they take from the genres of metal. But when they just kind of just go for it here, kind of vitriolic, right for the throat, screaming and snarling vocally in your face, but also the instruments are just pounding away. The riffs are fucking tearing through the soft parts of the belly there, man. Those drums, they're so strong. The drumming in Burner's always really, really good, but that is fucking fantastic. And when that picks up, when those bursts come in, they're just staggeringly strong. That is a pit song, right? That is like 3 minutes-ish of just going to the pit and going crazy. You get the briefest moment to catch your breath before it goes manic as hell again at the end. And I thought, like, they're quite early on. It's quite notable that like the layering of the vocals is almost like crossing over. I can't wait to see how that's performed on stage as well. This is immense stuff from them, but it's very Burner in the sense that like it's got all the black and heaviness, not so much in the kind of hardcore field in regards to sort of obvious two-stepping and lose your shit like that, but it's got all the energy there and the vibe and the well, get in the pit and throw down aspects of it, but it's definitely more focused on a faster, heavier Black and Death side of things. But it's just such delivery. Delivery is so intense. Like everything about this band bleeds intensity when it comes to their music. And you listen to something like this and you picture in your head, say you don't know who they are or what they look like, you picture in your head, you're just picturing like a group who just big, hulking, angry, furious. Now, not to suggest like they're all small or anything like that, but you kind of just picture like really intense, aggressive, furious people who just don't want to like talk to you and just aren't nice to be around. And then you meet them and they're cool dudes and they're really nice and friendly. But it just when it comes to being on stage and living this kind of music, they tap into this intense side of them that just spits out insane music like this, and I love it. I love it. I'm all in for this. And I should have mentioned before in the kind of pre-part, we are going to get to hear this live. Very important. They are supporting Employed to Serve alongside Celestial Sanctuary at the end of this month. Dates are April 21st, Wolverhampton. April 22nd, Glasgow. April 23rd, Leeds. April 24th, Cardiff. And April 25th in London. London Islington, Employed to Serve's biggest show to date. I will be there. Will you? You should be. And I'll be there for Burner because I love Burner. And it's been, what's it been? 4-ish months? 4, maybe 5 months since I last saw them live. You know, don't want to come across any less like a stalker than this. But yeah, I love that track. That is fantastic. I honestly, they're a band I have so much faith in these days. You know the whole like thing. Oh well, you know you can't automatically presume you're going to love it until you hear it. Yeah, of course that still makes sense. But when it comes to a band like Burner, I find more and more that I'm just like, I know I'm going to love it. It's just a matter of how much am I going to love it. And this is quite high up there. This is going to be played a lot this week. I'm really looking forward to talking a bit more about it in the Singer Slam when I've had to have a few more plays. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. That's my initial thoughts on it. My initial reaction to it is just that as headbanging gold. You know, it kept me, I pretty much was headbanging throughout the entirety of that. That's how easy that comes. And yeah, while I can't promise I'll be in that pit in London because, you know, I'm 40 and that shit's beyond me sometimes. It will be downright tempting and it's going to still be so brilliant. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear it. What do you reckon? You got any thoughts you just want to share? You know what to do? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.